Oh, look who's first, Mr. No Grammar. Hello. Well, not entirely, but his grammar's pretty bad. Let's hope YouTube doesn't frick this up this time because, yeah, I did not like what happened the last time I did this. It was awful. I don't know what was going on with YouTube. I don't know if it was high or something or like smoking stuff. I don't know, but it was just like, it was just weird and disrespectful. So let's hope it doesn't affect this one. Oh, there he is. Nice and early. What's your thoughts on the regular show episode Meet Your Maker? I like it. It's a good episode. It's classic. Do you really have to say where you're from? Okay then. Sup. Please don't mess me up again. How about get your grammar right and then you won't mess up, alright? What's your thoughts on Legend of Korra on T-Nick? Well, you should already know my thoughts since I explained it in my recent vid. I thought that was a weird but yet unexpected and surprising change. Too bad it's only on for 2 weeks though. Hello, new Jew XLs. What's your thoughts on the regular show episode Jinx? It's an okay episode. I think it's another classic one. What Nicktoon are you exploding for to come back again? Maybe any of the later 2000 Nicktoons, the ones that don't have so many episodes. Honestly, one show I was kind of expecting Nicktoons to bring back is the Mighty Bee because it's much like SpongeBob, but in a, I guess you could say it's a human version of it. Like I'm surprised they're not like considering bringing it back for reruns because like they love SpongeBob so much, so why can't you bring back a show that's kind of like it? It just doesn't make any sense. Hello, Aaron Patil? Think he's a new user. I don't recognize him. Oh wow. Well, good luck with it. So I guess I'll start when it hits 15 because I want to do this first. Um, if you don't know which video I'll be doing commentary on, it'll be that one at the corner. And the reason for that is because someone recommended that I do it or requested I do it. So I'm gonna do that one just to make the requester happy. I know, it's one that was a part of my ridiculous past, but you know what? Some of my opinions are kind of changed. Like, look at The Simpsons there. The Simpsons, I actually still think is an okay show, but you'll know more of my thoughts once I go through it. Why does T-Nick always have to bring back iCarly, Fairly Odd Parents? They don't always bring back the Fairly Odd Parents. What are you talking about? They only brought it back like once. Yeah, we all know that. We don't want to talk about that ugly show. Also, fun fact: Disney Plus actually uses the original version of the regular show episode Meet Your Maker with Mordecai saying a swear word. Wait, you're talking about that scene when he's like, "Wait, no, don't do it. Too late. Stop it. It's already in motion. Well, put it out of motion. You PO'd me off. You you PMO'd. Ah, that's actually shocking. Do they do that with the other ones like the power? What else? Uh, and any of those that have the cuss words in there? They did in May 2024. February 2025, September 2025. Yeah, but that was only 3 times. Like that wasn't too much. Plus they actually kept it on for a month in September, which was nice, but it wasn't good enough, I guess. Steven, we have went over this a million times, but please stop with Dragon Ball Z Kai. The show is not that good, okay? I think you're praising it like it's God. It's not that good, honestly. It really isn't. They should keep them permanently. Exactly, but cartoons don't belong to Team Nick, so I think it makes sense how they're removing them. What are your favorite Baby Looney Tunes episodes? Honestly, any episode that has Lola as the starting role, because I don't want to explain too much, but despite what happened back then, I still think she is my favorite character. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but I just like her personality in the show better than she was in Space Jam or like the Looney Tunes show. I don't like those versions, but that's just my opinion. If you like those versions, fine, but my opinion is fairly different from yours. I agree with your thoughts on anime. I'm not an anime watcher. The only anime I like is Speed Racer, but that's it. Any other anime I just despise. Yeah, okay, I guess. Now, I actually might explain my true thoughts on the character later on. It's not going to be weird because I'm not like myself as I was 6 years ago. Heck no. Since I was weird and going too far with that, I'll actually explain to you my true thoughts on the character, aside from me saying that she's better than the Space Jam version. What video will be doing a commentary of? I don't know if you heard, but I said I would be doing a commentary on that one right there. The top 10 shows I find okay because it was a request from someone. I forgot who did it. I forgot who gave me the request, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that one. And I know I don't really do commentaries on list videos, but maybe I should. Like maybe I should do a commentary on the Dan Schneider one. Yeah, this one right here. Do you like Eustace Bag? No, because he treats Muriel and Courage like garbage, calling him a stupid dog. Stupid dog. I think you should do a commentary of your top 5 preschool shows. That's actually another good idea. Uh, if you guys like, I could do a commentary on both of them. Like, I don't have much to say, so um, I think that's a pretty good idea. Like, one of them's 10 minutes and the other one's 18, so I guess so. Why not? I've already done a 40-minute schedule video recently, so I think it's best if I just tone that down for the stream. Maybe for like the last half hour or so I'll do it. I'll do some, but it's not going to be that much because you just saw a 40-minute video literally yesterday when I posted it around 2 p.m. As a matter of fact, I don't mind Lola in Space Jam. She has a lot of potential in the movie, not just in the show. Okay, well, that's your opinion, and I handle it. What is favorite moments with him? Uh, I don't know, him getting killed all the time? I don't know what else to say. I like Speed Racer. I like the 90s of all that. Oh, now you're saying 90s? What's with this whole 20s BS? That's not even a real freaking channel. By the way, will you ever put timestamps on your streams? Actually, I never had the thought of doing that, but it sounds like a good idea. Maybe I should at some point. What is your favorite episode from the Girls? I don't know because I'm not a fan of, nor have I seen much of that show. The only thing I know of it is that B. Arthur is on that show, but that's it. So maybe in the next few minutes we'll actually go through both of these vids. I'll make this one special since I'm getting a couple requests about the those two right there. By the way, I heard from some Wally fan that CN lost the rights to Scooby-Doo and Yasuo and New Looney Tunes, also known as Wabbit. Yeah, I heard him say that too, in which I find that weird how even though they lost the rights to that, Discovery Family is still airing Scooby-Doo and Yasuo, so and technically that's still owned by Warner Brothers, so that doesn't make any sense. To be honest, I did find it a bit suspicious how both shows stopped airing after New Year. Yeah, pretty weird. Because we need TV to be entertaining to make us happy as Saturday morning cartoons. Oh yeah, with those Tom and Jerry stuff. What's up? Not the real Whoopsie. No, seriously, because no cartoon's ever real. Who do you think is greedier, Eddie or Mr. Krabs? Mr. Krabs for sure, because even though Eddie's greedy, at some moments he does kind of care for Ed and Double D, unlike Mr. Big Ab Red Thing over there. What's your opinion on Fionn style commentaries? Are you talking about the ones when they use a random cartoon character as their like picture? If so, then I think they're okay, but they could be a little cringy. Might be a sign that CN and Boomerang won't last much longer. Uh-oh. Because Eddie is their leader. Kind of weird how they make the last Ed the leader, but then again, it's alright. Ed, Ed, and Eddie's a way better trio than like SpongeBob, Patrick, and Mr. Krabs. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? I'm feeling it. Patrick, that's not a ride. Get off of me. Oh my god. The commentators also say fictional characters don't have opinions. That's true. That's very true. They don't. What's your thoughts on the frustrated gamer? I have never heard of him. What's your opinion on Squidward? Probably the only good character in the whole series, especially the later era. Okay, how about in the next 5 minutes we'll get started? They do. If they don't, then how could a character like her hate something? Well, if it's in their respective universe, it's okay if they like or hate something, but like liking or hating cartoons, like that doesn't make sense. Unless if you say something like let's say if you make a salute on the Fairly Odd Parents and you say Jimmy Neutron likes him, that actually makes sense because they had a crossover with one another. But if you say something like if you like make a rant on Sesame Street and say like Barney hates it or likes it or something, then that doesn't make any sense. That's just an example. What's your opinion on Sandy? She's weird, honestly. Yeah, exactly. Fictional characters have opinions in their universe, just not in real life. That makes sense. He is another gaming YouTuber which I watch that basically spits out jokes every video he does. His name his name is a bit misleading, but he does do collabs. I I want my gameplay videos to be kind of like his. He also loves SpongeBob. Okay. Unless you give him a real life commentary. Yeah, in which it's probably not going to happen. Yeah, yeah, there you go. Yeah, those are some good examples there. Which cartoon character do you feel bad for the most? I was gonna say Josh from Drake and Josh, but he's not animated. Um, how about, I guess Double D from Ed, Edd n Eddy, because he always gets like 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 what's the word, like trashed on a lot. An honorable mention would be Meg, even though I don't like Family Guy, but I do feel bad for Meg whenever she gets farted on by her father. Hello, light blue Yoshi fan. I think that fictional characters don't have opinions term tend to make no sense. I guess in the way you put it, yeah, I would agree. Oh, really? Do you love watching I Love Lucy? No, I do not. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of some of those older shows, in which I'm actually not a fan of Svengoolie, in which those frickin' haters or like hackers gonna be like, oh my god, you don't like Svengoolie? Frick you. No. No. Who's your favorite of the Cankers? That's actually a pretty tough one. I guess I would say May because of how funny she is. Hey, Egg, I love you. I want to be your girl. No, stay away, you ugly. Stay away, you weird thing. And I actually like how the actress hates playing her. Oh my god, that's hilarious. What's your opinion on Pride Month? Pride Month? I think it's good, respectful. I don't like how that L person disrespected it. Like, come on, dude. That's no, that's very unacceptable. Oh, that's fine. We all make mistakes, Bubba. Those commentators say, "Well, your commentary is gonna suck." Something else I don't really understand, and though it makes sense, they say something like, "What does this have to do with that?" Even though I don't care for that. But I remembered seeing someone making a commentary on someone ranting on Blues Clues and You, and they said Blues Clues is a million times better, and they said, "What does Blues Clues have to do with Blues Clues and You?" It's like, boy, it's Blues Clues. Hello, it's a part of the franchise. Of course, it has something to do with that. I forgot which one that was, but I remembered watching a commentary on someone's rant on Blues Clues and You. Do you like peach gummy rings? I haven't even tried them, so I have no opinion. Do you like watching the YouTube? Please don't get mad at me for me saying this. The Dick Van Dyke Show. I have not even seen that. By the way, what's your thoughts on my fan-made Boomerang schedule? It's good. It has variety, but one thing I don't like is the rotating shows. I still don't understand that. Like, you can always replace some Scooby Doo and Looney Tunes and put those shows in. Like like you don't need to have them rotate. That's my only gripe with it. But aside from that, it looks good. Plus, I think your schedule could use some more classic Cartoon Network shows, even if they're on Adult Swim or not. In commentary, they also send death threats. Oh, yeah. Well, isn't that disrespectful? Yeah, you two, don't get mad at him. Exactly. What's your opinion on the SpongeBob fan base? I guess it could be toxic, but not so much. I mean, yeah, I understand you want to make your like schedule fresh, but that's why channels tend to add in brand new shows and make in more variety. But but to me, I'm just not a fan of rotating slots, unless if it's for like a special week or special month. But aside from that, I'm just not a fan of the rotating thing, especially rotating classics. And like I replied to you in that one time, you know how Boomerang tends to rotate classics like Top Cat and Wacky Races and Jabberjaw? Yeah, they rotate those, but yet shows that pretty much have the same amount of episodes like a Puppy and Scooby Doo and Baby Looney Tunes, they don't rotate them at all. So how come you're rotating certain shows but other ones you're just gonna keep on the normal schedule? That doesn't make any sense. Would Scooby get annoyed if he heard SpongeBob laughter? Yeah, he would. I mean, who do you think laughs more annoying? Scooby? Or SpongeBob? Die! Speaking of which, I'm working on my boomerang schedule for Scooptober. Now, if you were to rotate the Scooby Doo shows, um, well, of course, I mentioned that too. I'm actually okay with that because, like, there's a lot of Scooby shows, and on Boomerang schedule, there's like 10 freaking hours of Scooby Doo, so that's understandable. But those other ones I mentioned, it just doesn't make sense to me. We would all want 90 shows on T Nick, and they tried that, but it just didn't work out. Scooby's laughter is annoying. See, exactly. At least well, comparing both characters, he laughs for like 2 seconds, but SpongeBob laughs for like 5 to 10 seconds. So yeah, I think that's what makes it really annoying. You can watch the Dick Van Dyke Show on Catchy Comedy weekdays at 10 a.m. p.m. PT Pacific Time and weeknights at 7 p.m. PT and 7:30 p.m. PT. Catchy Comedy? I don't even have that channel. So, no, I cannot. Unless it's a channel you made up, in which I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, there's timestamps. Well, according to what YouTube did. Let's see, chapters. Okay, I can't believe this one. This isn't even a show. But, yeah, it's kind of nice how they were able to, like, list the shows here, because I've forgotten which ones I put down. It's been a long time I've watched that. Speaking of Scooby-Doo shows, I think I'd also have the new Scooby-Doo movies be able to air at 5, replacing Tom and Jerry Tales and Tom and Jerry Kids, sometimes only if it doesn't air at 10 or 11. That's cool. What are your thoughts on Bendy and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends episode? Everyone knows it's Bendy. He framed Blue, Wilt, Eduardo, and Coco. Oh my god, that episode sucks. I don't like that one. Cheese is a much better guy. I don't care what anyone says. To make this schedule feel more like the 2018 schedule. Oh yeah, I, I would. I think. I don't know if I should answer it now because it's in an Ask episode. But to put it simple here, I think that schedule was kind of weird in a sense. I mean, there was variety, there were classics, but it just wasn't enough. How would you rewrite the episode? I honestly don't know because I've seen the episode, but I don't remember too much about it. Maybe like they would have Frankie Foster look at the camera and then punish Bendy. I don't know. I'm not really a Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends fan, though it is a classic show. I'll give it that. All right, 30 minutes. We're gonna go. We're gonna get started here. Now I'm just gonna break it to you guys. There will be some parts here I will either cut or not really show because I guess of certain reasons. But I will still keep these videos on here even though they're not too popular. Oh, I think I should read you the description because it is kind of important. Good thing Bendy didn't return any other episode. Yeah, that's a fact. Okay, I gotta read this one. It would be cool for you if you made your own fan-made TV channel for you to choose which cartoons or shows or movies that you will put in for variety. That is a really good idea, and it's something that has been on my mind for quite some time. But I'm not sure what shows I would add or blocks I would do. Of course, I would include one block called maybe on like a weekend or something called the top 5 block. So it would run from 12 through 5, 12 p.m. through 5 p.m. and it would have of course 5 shows, each would run for an hour. So for example, 12 o'clock will be Thomas, 1 o'clock will be Ed, Edd and Eddy, 2 o'clock would be Blue's Clues, 3 o'clock would be Baby Looney Tunes, and 4 o'clock would be Courage the Cowardly Dog. And then maybe at 5, I would throw in some adult stuff. Bendy is worse than Caillou? I don't know. They could be just as bad. What's your opinion on Nenko plushies? I don't know. I guess they're okay. They're cute. No. They're not. They're okay. What's your opinion on Flash themes, formerly known as GoAnimate or Vyond? I like it. Like, I think it's a nice way to revive GoAnimate and keep it alive. Who is worse, Caillou or Ubi? Oh man, I'm gonna have to say Caillou because even though Ubi has bad grammar, at least Ubi's not a troublemaker. Bubba, you could actually include like a Disney block or something for like 5 hours too. I think that would be pretty cool. Speaking of which, what are your thoughts on Garfield and Friends? I think it's a classic, but I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of Garfield, really. It is better than the Garfield show, I'll give it that. People still do commentaries in the big, in I think, yeah, you meant to say big 26. Yeah, I can see that. Yes, at least Ubi is not a troublemaker. Yes, I am a huge Disney fan. See? I knew it all this time, ever since I saw a picture on your icon with Winnie the Pooh on there. I kind of had the feeling that you would be a Disney fan, which is why you're more familiar with Disney Channel, unlike me. I kind of know about it, like some of the shows, but I'm not too much of an expert as you are. I've been watching a lot of Garfield and Friends in the past few days. Interesting. Well, it's just like you said, it's way better than that horror garbage, so I agree with you. Both Boy Meets World and According to Jim are on Freeform. Yeah, I've seen that. Why do the ads always get punished during the end of episodes? I don't know, I guess because Danny Antonucci loves to see the boys suffer. I know that's dark, but it really feels like it. Okay, before I get started with this here, if this thing could just move, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and read this description here. So in case you can read it or not, I don't know about your point of view, but this is for the OK show. So it says, my list may change later into the future, but I've decided to share this with you what I had originally. Thanks for understanding and enjoy a video for a reason why I've been gone for so long. That honestly doesn't make much sense, but at least it's like okay grammar. It's actually on Tubi, same with the Garfield show. Oh, wow. Did you say it was extreme sometime? What? Oh. Yeah, it could be extreme at times. Oh, Steven, still going with the bad grammar, huh? Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this here. So it's going to be a 2-in-1 here. And yes, as you did see, some opinions are actually outdated here. And I will go through this as we continue. So once again, just to remind you guys, some parts will either be skipped, muted, or like shown off screen because of, I guess, reasons I don't want to explain. So yeah, let's turn up the volume and let's get going. Play. Friend back here once again. Oops. Cut off. Let's restart. Hello everyone. It's our good friend back here once again. And in case you can already tell by now, I'm back to doing another list here. Yes, that's right. What's your favorite moments with K&D? I don't know, since I'm not a K&D fan. I'm giving you 3 more lists for you guys to check out. And this one is going to be my list for the top 10 shows I find okay. Now, you guys probably think that this list isn't so accurate because you don't shows you're okay with, but I think it's accurate. And there's some shows on here you guys like, and that's okay. I respect your opinion. Just make sure you respect mine back. It's actually handled. I really don't know why I keep saying respect. Well, I guess it was common back in the day, but now I just say handle. It just makes a lot more sense. So here's my list here. I'm gonna warn you ahead of time. Okay, my sigh ruined that, so I'm gonna redo it. Your opinion. Just make sure you respect mine back. So here's my list here. Now I'm gonna warn you ahead of time. Numbers 10 through 7 are shows I find kind of mediocre. Not bad, just mediocre. Numbers 5 are shows I pretty much think are totally okay. And numbers 4 through 1 are going to be shows I'm close to liking, but I still find okay. So without further ado, let's get started with the list. Coming in at number 10, I have South Park. Now, you guys probably thought I was going to like this show, right? Well, after doing some thinking, and after looking at Donut's opinion on it, he said that this show sucks because it's too raunchy for him. And I gotta agree with you, dude. I mean, this show does have some raunchiness. You do have these 4 characters, Cartman, Kyle. By the way, when you listen to music, do you ever listen to music from the shows you like? Actually, yes. Most especially Thomas the Tank Engine. Even the later model stuff. Stan and Kenny, who basically gets killed a lot, and they basically go to school on random adventures. The animation in this show is pretty good. I mean, it's kind of blocky at times, but it's still cool. And I gotta admit, the show does have funny scenes, even though it's okay. There was this one episode where there was this kid who was delivering newspapers, and he was riding Thomas the Train. Oh, yes, the one and only time on my channel that I actually call Thomas a train. And that is completely false. We all know, everyone this whole freaking universe should know that he's a tank engine and not a train. So that was my mistake on my part. That was pretty funny. Yep. And there's other references here too, but I won't name them because there's a lot. But yeah, this show is just fine, in my opinion. So that's all I have to say. Number 10, South Park. So the way I'm going to go through this here is, much like with my reviews on certain shows from PBS Kids and Noggin and Nick Jr., I'm just going to listen to what my past self says, and I'll just say my modern opinions here. So, South Park, nowadays, I still think it's an okay show. I don't watch it too often. I think the show still has some funniness in there. And also, fun fact, Party TV actually referenced South Park in one of his recent videos. But the video footage he used was from that god-awful meme with those 2 numbers. Yeah, I don't know why he decided to choose that, but it's his decision. Bottom line, though, I do think the show is kind of funny. There are some funny moments in there, like when Randy Marsh went on Wheel of Fortune. He said the N-word. I know that was offensive, but oh my god, that was hilarious. And what made it even more funnier is the guy that was behind the camera. So the board, the Wheel of Fortune board showed N blank GGERS, and the guy literally looked at him as "Don't you say it, don't you say it," and then he said it. Again, I don't really care if it was offensive or not. I thought that was funny. And of course, there's another scene when Eric was gonna buy a tablet from somewhere, and his mom said no. You know how those Go Animate videos go when someone asks for something and his parents like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we can't do that. Come on, I want to get it. Here, how about take this?" No, listen, you can have this or nothing at all. How about you buy some rings so you can engage me? They actually had that in South Park, which was pretty funny. And I didn't notice this until one of my best friends showed it to me. Yeah, so that scene was funny. So overall, even though there's some funny moments in the show, I still think it's okay. It's not the best, it's not the worst, it's just a fine show. Coming in at number 9, I have Teen Titans. I know what you guys are thinking. Oh my gosh, it's Teen Titans Go. He likes it now. No. As told by my rant of it, I don't like the show because it's stupid. I mean, you just have these five characters just sitting down on their butts, eating pizza, playing video games, singing about waffles. Do you like waffles? No, don't bring that up. No, I'm talking about the original. The original. The original.
Okay, we got it.
The original involves five teenagers. You got Robin, Cyborg, Raven, Beast Boy, and Starfire. They basically just go on adventures trying to defeat these monsters and saving the day. As told by the theme song, when there's trouble, you know who to call. All the
Steven, it's handle your opinion, not respect.
Oh, I do think the show is cool. It has nice action-packed scenes. This show's animation is my only flaw. Like, they normally take place at nighttime, which people think that's fine and all, but to me, I just do not like it. Because I'm trying to look at these characters, I'm like, uh, I can't see these characters because they're so dark. Are they so used to using dark colors or something? And this is also supposed to be one of those anime shows, which it's not really an anime because the characters like mouths match to where they are saying. They do match in this show, but in other animes they don't, like Speed Racer, Pokemon, etc. But although I do find this show okay, it is way better than Teen Titans Go. So there you go. Number 9, Teen Titans.
Yeah, so I would still agree with that. Um, yeah, funny enough, that's how exactly I would look at the characters. It's like that's one flaw I have with Teen Titans. It is still kind of a classic, but the animation is just too dark at times. And to answer my past self's question, yes, this show is anime. Like they have some sort of like Chinese or Japanese like effects in there when characters are yelling or something. Kind of reminds me of the 2012 version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Um, yeah, because they have the same thing. And funny enough, even though that's a CGI show, they do have some anime elements, which is actually pretty cool. But yeah, the show is still better than Teen Titans Go. I still 100% agree with that. It's just Teen Titans, despite it being better, I just don't think it's that good of a show. So I still agree with my past self here. Past self here. I do think the show is okay. All right, and thank you, Stephen, for changing it, even though your grammar is still not very good.
Coming in at number 8 comes Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Now, this show is I mean, it actually reminds me of Blue's Clues because you have these talking foods. Come on, a freaking milkshake, freaking French fry, like I don't know, box bag, I don't know what it is, or and a meatball, and they just go on adventures with this dude named Carl.
And a meatball. I mean, one thing I don't really understand is that, um, of course, you guys know meat wad is a meatball, but I've actually never heard of or seen someone ever call meat wad a meatball. It's like, come on, guys, he is a meatball. Why aren't you saying he's a meatball?
Like, this dude smokes so much, like, excuse me, this dude smokes so much, like he's talking to foods. Like seriously, dude, open your freaking eyes and notice that you're talking to foods. But although it's kind of weird, it is actually funny to see these guys get tortured. I mean, come on. The milkshake's named Master Shake, the French fry, whatever thing is Frylock, and the meatball is Meatwad. And something about Meatwad, not only I find him funny, I just think he's cute. It's like, especially his voice. Hi, my name is Meatwad. Why don't you go to the home right over there? I would love to have that home. Hey man, you can't have the home over there. Why not? You're a meatball. People won't accept you. Oh, well, that's a problem.
That's actually a good impression. I'll give you that.
So yeah, the animation is just all right in the show. So there you go. Number 8, Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah, so Aqua Teen, I still think it's an okay show. I don't watch it too often on Adult Swim, but I do know it's made by the same person that did Space Ghost Coast to Coast and The Brack Show. So, yeah, I do like the animation. It's pretty fluid and just looks funny. I don't know how Pete Smith does it, but his animation just looks so freaking cool. And again, hilarious. Yeah, the show is kind of like Blue's Clues. I mean, it's like Carl is like the host, and then
the fry, milkshake, and meatball are like the inanimate objects. I'm actually surprised they never made a Blue's Clues parody or reference just yet. Like it doesn't have to be like a full episode or anything. Just it could be like a good 5 minutes of like maybe Carl looking for Blue's Clues, and then the three characters I mentioned earlier could be the like clues to it, and then he can have the answer. Like that would be pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know what the creator was thinking with making the show with having talking objects. I'm pretty sure Blue's Clues was his inspiration, but you know, eh, who would know really? But yeah, bottom line, I do think Aqua Teen Hunger Force is an okay show. Now we're gonna come to this clip, and you already know why I'm doing this, so I'm not gonna say it. Let's play. Now for number 7, I have. What? No, it's not time for you yet. Go. Okay, well, I know a lot of you find that cringe, but to be honest, when I first made this and did the editing, I thought it was pretty funny. In which I have to say this for the third time, that was pretty much a reference to Ryan Kelly's video when he did the top 10 most scariest, disturbing episodes of Courage the Cowardly Dog. So he would say something like, well, I just think this is wait, no, it's not time for you yet. Get out of here. Every time he said perfect, that freaking blue genie would come out of nowhere. And you know the genie from the Courage episode Perfect? He would come out of nowhere, and then like Ryan Kelly would tell him to get out of here. That was my inspiration. But yeah, a lot of you might find that cringe, and to be honest, I find it a little cringe now. But at the same time, I do think it was kind of funny and a nice, neat touch. But putting in something like that just proves to you that I was trying to be funny. So yeah, kind of pathetic, but doesn't matter. Gosh, characters. Okay, no. That's not number 7. Number 7 really is King of the Hill. This show is actually not too bad, but I just find it okay. Let me tell you why. So you have these 4 characters: Hank, Dale, Bill, and Boomhauer, and basically they just talk about random stuff, drink beer, and go, yep. Now, of course, Hank also has a family of 3. You have Peggy Hill and Bobby, who Oh my gosh. That had to be muted because I did not like what I said there. Unfortunately, I could have just muted it a little bit later, but you know what? I'm not going to redo that. So, yeah, it's personal family reasons, but yeah, continuing. Now, Cash the YouTube guy, if you're watching this video, it's actually Boomhauer, not Howard. Boomhauer. And he's from King of the Hill, not from someone I know in real life. Like, yeah, that was based off on a comment that Cash made back in the day. I don't know why he thought I said Boomhauer and not Boomhauer, and I don't know why he thought it was someone I knew in real life. Like, I don't know Boomhauer, and even if I did, I couldn't imagine our conversation. Hey, Boomhauer, how are you doing? Hey, man, what's going on, man? Dangle, you doing your game, man? Dangle, doing some videos and watching some shows, man? Dangle, playing with your friends? Yeah, I'll be doing all that stuff, so see ya. Okay, man, have fun, man. Dangle, don't forget to drink some beer, man. Dangle, yo. I never even know someone in real life named Boomhauer. Like, come on. Man, my dad's opinion on the show, he thinks this show is freaking racist because Hank and his friends, well, except for Boomhauer, that's what. Okay, so I might have to redo that 10 seconds. Hang on. Dang, telemarketers. My dad's opinion on the show, he thinks this show is freaking racist because Hank and his friends, well, except for Boomhauer, that's one exception, are all rednecks. I mean, yeah, they're supposed to be rednecks, but he thinks they just become racist and stuff. No, I don't think this show's racist, but you know, Boomhauer is funny when he's talking about that. Man, we can man dangle pendulum, man, dangle burger, man, dangle French fry, man, dangle milkshake, and dangle toys. Basically, Boomhauer at a drive-through like McDonald's or something. Daniel, $10, man, Daniel. It's like, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna redo that full thing because I thought that was funny.
Brian, man, Daniel, milkshake.
Okay.
But Boomhauer is funny when he's talking about that. Man, we can man dangle McDonald, man, dangle game burger man, dangle French fry, man, dangle milkshake and dangle toys, man, half a meal for cake bangle, dangle $10, man, dangle. It's like, dude, why? What? Can you just make sense? You need to go to talking school or something. I don't know. But yeah, the show is just so funny with all its weird shenanigans and stuff. And Bobby also looks like, number 6 as well. Also looks like Timmy from Happy Wheels. Just like another kid who's going to come up right now.
Okay, so before we come up to that so-called kid, I have to tell you my opinions on King of the Hill. So I would still agree with what my past self said here. I think King of the Hill is okay, but Beavis and Butthead is just a way better show. Let's just be real. It's a way better show that Mike Judge created, and I think Mike Judge created King of the Hill just to have a reason to make another show after Beavis and Butthead ended in the late 90s. But just the fact that he actually made King of the Hill for 13 years and then he came back with Beavis and Butthead for another season for MTV, which was pretty cool. But King of the Hill itself, I still think is an okay show. I don't watch it too often, but it's still fine. I still really love that Boomhauer impression though. Like, oh my god. Talking school? I don't think that exists. I mean, there's such thing as language school like English or Spanish, but not talking school by itself. So yeah, my opinions still stand.
Number 6, Rick and Morty. Yeah, Morty also looks like Timmy from Happy Wheels. Anyways, let's get back to the plot.
I think Morty kind of looks more like, well, I guess Bobby and Morty both look like Timmy from Happy Wheels. You know, the kid on the bike when you play the irresponsible dad. Oh god. But yeah, let's get back.
So we have this family of 5. We have Rick, Morty, Summer, Beth, and Jerry. They basically go on weird adventures, going to random dimensions and just trying to defeat monsters and stuff. Now, I always thought that Rick was a baby because, he's always drinking, getting drunk, and he's always drooling. It's like, dude, what is up? Can you just wipe? Like, people are going to call you a baby for drooling. Like, seriously? Gosh. And this show kind of reminds people of regular show. I think I know why, because it's just so weird with all the places they go into and all that stuff. Yeah, but at least, unlike this show, regular show uses so much classic music. I mean, Rick and Morty did it that one time, like in that episode where they were like going around space or something, and then they were playing the Baker Street song. Yeah, that was a time when Rick and Morty played a classic song, so that was cool.
You just gotta love the fact that some of these modern shows play classic songs. Like regular show is a dang good example.
So yeah, and the animation is just okay. That's all I have to say. We gotta move on. Number 6, Rick and Morty.
Yeah, so I still think Rick and Morty's okay. Once again, I don't really watch it too often, but from time to time, I do watch it on Adult Swim. It's still a fine show. And the whole thing with Rick drooling, being a baby, yeah, the whole, hey Morty, I gotta go ahead and like deliver some pizzas to some kids or something. You want to tag along? No, Rick, because you might puke on me. What makes you think I'm gonna puke on you? I'm just enjoying my drink. Are you okay, Rick? You sound like you're kind of drunk. It's nothing. I'm just used to my drinks, Morty. Morty. Let's just go, Morty. Why do you keep saying my Rick? Rick, why do you keep saying my name, Rick? Are you like Ernie from Sesame Street? I don't know who you're talking about, Morty. Let's go now. Oh God. Well, that's pretty much how portrayed in the show. Like he's always drinking, drunk, drooling. You already know how he is. Oh my God, he's such a funny character. I do like the characters, but yeah, I just think the show's kind of weird in a sense. It is better than Adventure Time, I'll give it that, but it's just not really my cup of tea to say it's a great show. Yeah, it's a good episode.
Coming in at number 5, The Simpsons. The Simpsons is a pretty okay show. Now you're probably thinking why I think The Simpsons is okay, but Family Guy is good.
In which Family Guy to me sucks now. So yeah, it's basically around that same area.
Well, although I do like The Simpsons, some of their episodes can be. Yeah, I just think the show's okay. Because you have this family of 5. You have Homer, Marge, Lisa, baby Maggie, and Bart. They basically go on adventures, trying to do random things and stuff. So, yeah, and one of the best things I like about the show is that they actually had a crossover with Family Guy, and it was dope.
I still love the crossover, even though I hate Family Guy now.
Yep, I loved it. Also, friggin' Santa's Little Helper is in this show, of course, and he just runs away. I did like how Do Not Say said in his Simpsorama crossover episode where uh, Santa's Little Helper is as cowardly as Scooby Doo and Courage the Cowardly Dog combined. I mean, he is right. I mean, Santa's Little Helper is more cowardly than Courage and Scooby. I don't blame him for that one. But yeah, back on topic. The Simpsons is just an okay show in my opinion. It's just okay. I got no problems with it. It's just all right. So there you go, number 5, The Simpsons. Also, the older animation was really good. The newer animation, it's okay, but it's definitely nowhere near as good as the older animation. We gotta move on.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, even though the modern episodes aren't really that good, honestly, the animation's still fine. I mean, obviously, the older animation was way better, but at least with the newer Simpsons, they try, and at least they don't have Homer like farting on Lisa or Bart or something. I mean, they still have Bart pulling pranks and stuff, but I mean, that's his character, you know. He likes to prank Moe's Tavern and be like, "Moe's Tavern, Moe's speaking. Hi, I'm looking for a friend. Last name, first name, Bake. Okay, you got Baker here? Come on, who wants to Baker? Maybe you. Listen, you little runt. When I catch you, I'm gonna throw you in the ocean, and you're gonna be drowning. Oh yeah, ha 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 ha. That's too harsh, man. Sorry. Well, goodbye. Oh God. Oh yeah. What the heck was that? You're talking about Krusty the Clown. Yeah, that's classic. Oh, and also The Simpsons actually did a did a reference to Schoolhouse Rock when they had Krusty say, "Well, Itchy and Scratchy are gone, but here's a cartoon that makes learning fun." So sorry, kids. Oh my gosh! And then they would show the I'm just a Bill parody. Instead of saying I'm just a Bill, they sing I'm just an amendment to be as I'm an amendment to be. Oh wow! And of course, what the heck is this? Bart and Lisa didn't like it, obviously. Um, I should also point this out, but fun fact: if you guys actually seen the Schoolhouse Rock commentaries, like on the 30th anniversary DVD, which I do have, here's a little um here of showing you that I do actually own a couple copies of it. Some of them are still working fine too, by the way. They did a commentary on I'm Just a Bill, and they had one of the animators or creators of the show mention the Simpsons parody version. He said that this song was spoofed on the Simpsons, which is one of my favorite shows of all time. And they actually like giggled a little bit and saying, "Oh yeah, that was funny." I thought that was a really dope reference right there. Like that really just proves that they have seen a little bit of The Simpsons, and they mentioned the fact that they did do a Schoolhouse Rock reference parody. If only they would have referenced Family Guy though, because of course, the same guy that played the Bill in the song, he actually, yeah, he starred in a reference on him by him like from himself on that one Family Guy episode about Washington. They call me Bill, yeah, they call me Bill, and I'm standing here on a Capitol. Oh, that was a nice one. There were other references in there too, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna like talk about them here. Bottom line, going back to the Simpsons, I do think the Simpsons is okay. I don't think it's the best adult show. I do think Beavis and Butthead and Bob's Burgers and Robot Chicken are better, but The Simpsons is still good. It's still an okay show. I don't mind it at all. So now we're moving on. I think this is where the second one comes in, second and last. So let's do it.
Coming in at number 4.
Yep, there we go.
No, what are you doing? It's not time for you yet. Go. Gosh. Friggin' bunnies always gotta destroy my video. Sorry about that. No. And at number 4, really, I have Cat Scratch.
Now, I actually thought I did this after number 4. I talk about number 4, but to my surprise, I didn't. And my kitty's calling for me, so ignore her, please.
Yes, the show that's like Cartoon Network's Ed, Edd n Eddy. Just like what Mighty Gnome said in my video, Cat Scratch for Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Now, I said it like that because I tried to say his name multiple times, but I kept stuttering. So that's why I said it like that.
Said that this show is like Ed, Edd n Eddy, and he was right. I mean, come on. You have a group of 3 cats. Gordon, who's like Double D, Mr. Blick, who's like Eddie, and Waffle, who's like Ed. They basically go on adventures in their house.
Yeah, but the only difference is that Ed, Edd, and Eddy are trying to get money, but Gordon, Waffle, and Mr. Blick have all the money they can. So, yeah, it's basically like the exact opposite. The 3 cat trios, the 3 cats are already rich and trying to spend their money, while the other trio of Eds are trying to get money so they can get their favorite candy. Kind of interesting in a sense.
Now, unlike in this show, in Ed, Edd n Eddy, you have the Eds trying to go out and get job breakers and make scams. Gordon, Waffle, and Mr. Blick don't do that. Yeah, in this show, they basically just, like I said, they just do random things. The animation doesn't look like Ed, Edd n Eddy, because if you compare both shows, the animation is completely different, but it is still the same plot of the 3 characters. It's like a trio of cats. And you have other characters in this show. You have the butler, who's kind of like, I think he's like Rolf or Johnny.
I don't think he's like any of those characters. I guess he can be like one of those lost parents from Ed, Edd, and Eddy, but not Eddie's brother, who was the only adult shown in the series.
And you have what Gordon calls her, Human Kimberly, who is like Naz. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like Naz, but for some reason she looks like a female version of Johnny 2x4.
I think that's what Mighty No forgot to say. Human Kimberly and Naz are pretty much the same girls, except they're different. Okay. Anyways, back on topic. This show is just cool, and I just wish it can appear back on Nicktoons for reruns. Yeah, there's only 20 episodes, but come on. That doesn't mean you can't show them back. Come on. They need to bring back this show and Making Fiends. Definitely. Those 2 shows were definitely the bomb back in the day.
But since they have low episode counts, it would be okay if they just put them on weekends. Like, you've seen my Nicktoons schedule like a million times already. Like, I've told you about it like a few times already. Like, Cat Scratch has an hour on the schedule and Making Fiends has half an hour on the schedule. Like, it would be accurate. So why can't they just do it? Like, it's just weekends. It's not like many kids are gonna watch these anyway. Well, that depends.
So there you go. Number 4, Cat Scratch.
Cat Scratch is definitely an okay series for me. Much like another show we're gonna get into later on, it pretty much has the same reason. If this show had more episodes, I would actually consider it good, but because of its low episode count, I have to say it's okay. It is definitely like Ed, Edd, and Eddy, though, that's for sure. But yeah, it's not better than Ed, Edd, and Eddy, but it could be just as good. But yeah, I would just still say it's an okay series. I don't watch it too often, but that's only because mainly because I can't really find full episodes of it on YouTube unless I get lucky. But yeah, it's still a fine series for me. Too bad it got screwed over by Nickelodeon though, alongside Making Fiends, El Tigre, The X's, and stuff like that.
Nice. We've now reached our top 3. Coming in at number 3, and you guys might think this is a weird show, but I think it's kind of cute. Apple and Onion.
And they're not baby characters, so please don't give me that BS again.
Yeah, this show of course, just like Rick and Morty, is also like regular show. I mean, you have an apple and an onion, who's like Mordecai and Rigby. Apple is Rigby, and Onion is Mordecai, and they basically go on adventures trying to like fix stuff or whatever. The show is okay. I mean, I got nothing against it. There's no problems to it. Apple and Onion is just a cute show. The animation's cute. The stories are pretty good, and the episodes are great. One of my favorite episodes would have to be the one where they wanted to go on the ride, and they basically fail. They just get scammed and stuff by Candy Apple. It's just pretty funny. You guys should watch that show. It's really good. I wouldn't say it's really good, but it's just okay. So there you go. Number 3, Apple and Onion.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Apple and Onion, I would still think it's an okay show. Like it is definitely like regular show, much like with Rick and Morty. Of course, they don't play any classic songs because of licenses, and that makes sense. But the show is fine, though I don't like how Cartoon Network's trying to avoid it or like forget about it. Like you can just air it on weekends. Like with GSN, they air their ended shows on weekends, so why can't Cartoon Network do the same? I mean, you have Craig of a Creek and regular show, that's fine, but put in some more variety. Like you can do Apple and Onion, Uncle Grandpa, Steven Universe, Clarence. Spice it up, please. But yes, Apple and Onion I do think is I kind of like it a little bit more than what my past self said, but I really should watch it more often. Too bad I can't really find it on much streaming services anymore. Like it was on Hulu at one point, but it got taken off. And it was on HBO Max and then it got taken off, typical. It is on this sort of like streaming service. I forgot what the name was called, but it is on there. So maybe I'll tune into it on there, but we'll see. But yeah, the show itself, I do think it's okay. And regular show is better, so it's not better than regular show, obviously, but yeah, it's a fine series. And now for this part, in which, even though it is a part of you know what, I'm still going to show it because it's not what you would think. So let's go.
Coming in at number 2 is a show I just made a friggin' 18-minute long review on Bugs Bunny's birthday.
And a review that gotten so much controversy from fans because of my past self.
Baby Looney Tunes. There. Now you can finally see the other characters. And yes. Okay. Now it's your turn, bunny thing.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to say it, huh? Like when Ryan Kelly did his video, he said, "Okay, now it's your turn, Beatus thing." So I think it makes total sense that I would add that in. So I'm not really gonna say much on this. So let's just listen to what my past self says first. Then, of course, you already know. In which some of my opinions on the show actually have changed a little bit. So let's see what I said.
So you guys should basically know what the show's about. You have 6 babies, they go on adventures. It's basically like Rugrats, but an animal version of it. But I like it. And of course, in my review, I talked about this thing.
Why do you like Baby Looney Tunes so much? It's a pretty controversial show. How is it controversial? Like it's probably the only good spin-off in my opinion.
For like 7 minutes. So if you want to see my opinions and what I think of this character, you can go check out my Baby Looney Tunes review. But one thing I'm going to tell you right now is that she reminds me of my best friend.
In which, okay, that's one thing a lot of people actually forget. Like, they think I like Lola because, oh, she's a cute character. Oh, yeah, I love babies. No. That's not why I like her. The reason I like her is because she's the best version of the character, in my opinion. Like, I don't like the grown-up Lola. I think she is weird, disgusting, and she only cares for herself. Like, as shown in the Space Jam movie, she's basically showing, like, I don't want to say it because YouTube's gonna kill me, but she basically tries to be all hot and stuff and be like, oh, look at this. Ugh, I don't like that. And her in the Looney Tunes show, I think is okay. I think she's an okay character in that series, but there's just something about this version that I like better. Like her personality's better. She actually cares for her friends like Bugs, Daffy, and Sylvester. She's not selfish. And like, um, you know, she's actually thinking about her friends, which is kind of like, well, yeah, it's something I like, but still. Um, and of course, like I mentioned here, she does remind me of someone because get this. She does the same thing. She cares for people. She doesn't think about just herself, so she's not selfish. And as some people would say about Lola, they said that she acts like a princess in the show sometimes. My friend does that same thing. So I just want to make this clear before I get some more controversy in the comments. But I don't like Lola because, oh yeah, she's like, no. I like her because I like her personality better. I think she's the best version of the character, and she kind of reminds me of someone I know. All right? I just want to make this clear with you guys because I do not want to go back to this whole BS again with saying, oh, Spencer R is the P word. He likes babies. No, that BS has to end now. So let's just continue with this, and I'll give you my opinions on the show itself.
Who's also beautiful, which I'm not gonna say her name on this channel because, I just don't want to. I don't feel comfortable. But one thing I'm gonna tell you right now is that she reminds me of my best friend, who's also beautiful, which I'm not gonna say her name on this channel because, I just don't want to. I don't feel comfortable. So, yeah, you're gonna be looking at this thing for about 7 minutes. So hopefully you guys enjoy that or don't. I don't care, but just suffer yourself with this thing. Anyways, back
Suffer yourself. Okay, that's actually messed up, but whatever.
on topic. The animation's just okay. The stories are pretty good. Another reason why I think the show's okay is because, well, Sam Vincent, who also plays Double D on Ed, Edd n Eddy, is in the show. He plays Bugs, Daffy, and Tweety Bird. So it's pretty cool. I really got nothing else to say about this show because what else? I did a freaking 18-minute long review of the show, so there's really no point in talking about this show. So there you go. Number 2, Baby Looney Tunes. Get this picture out of here.
I can't believe I forgot to mention, but there, aside from Sam Vincent, there's another actor or actress from the show, Janice Jod, who plays Melissa Duck on the show. So it's not just Sam Vincent. And fun fact, I actually didn't know about this until later on. Like I literally thought it was just Sam Vincent and no one else. But no, they have Janice Jod as well, which is actually pretty cool. So honestly, seeing characters like Bugs, Daffy, Tweety, and Melissa together, it kind of reminds me or you of Double D and Sarah being together. It's kind of like that, in which they have shown both of those characters together before in the show. So yeah, I should definitely give you some like thoughts about that. But my opinion on the show nowadays, um, so I know a lot of you are going to be a little confused by this, but I put this show as a top favorite of mine, but I don't like it that much. And you're probably wondering why I do this. Well, um, honestly, I don't know how you guys are going to feel about this, but to think of my best friends and to honor them, I would put shows that remind me of them. So, like, for example, I have a friend named Cole, and I put him on Ed, Edd n Eddy because he's a funny guy and his show is just as funny as Ed, Edd n Eddy. And I have another friend named Aaron. I put him on Courage the Cowardly Dog because he could be kind of timid and scared at times, but he does love his grandmother, like how Courage loves Muriel. And of course, I put that girl, I'm not going to say her name because if she stumbles upon my channel and if she actually hears her name mentioned, she's going to get really mad. So I'm not going to say her name, but you should already know her name because I did mention her just once on my best friend National Day post, but I put her on Baby Looney Tunes for the reasons I mentioned earlier. And also because she loves to babysit kids at times. So, yeah, kind of like a granny thing. But basically, yeah, I basically just want to honor my best friends with the shows that I don't want to say kind of remind me of them, but like shows that they would like or heard of, I guess you would say. But Baby Looney Tunes itself, I do think is slightly good. Is it better than the original? Heck no. But it's still a decent spin-off at least. And I think it's a little bit better than A Pup Named Scooby-Doo as well. I know A Pup Named Scooby-Doo kind of does the kid thing a little better, but I'm sorry. At the same time, though, I just have some nostalgic feelings, nostalgic memories with Baby Looney Tunes. Like, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I remember it a lot more than the original Looney Tunes. Yeah, call me crazy, but that's true. I remember Baby Looney Tunes more than the original. Crazy, isn't it? But yeah, jokes aside, I do think the show is slightly good. But if you don't like it, opinion handled.
Okay. Now, my friends, we have finally reached number one. You guys should already know what my number one favorite OK show is. Here it is.
Favorite OK show? That's a weird way of putting it, but alright.
Number one, Down Upside. Oh, sorry. The Upside Down Show. Oh, hey. Cash, the YouTube guy, if you're watching this, I know you think the show's okay. I mean, you think the show sucks to you, but how do you like it? I mean, yeah, there's only 13 episodes, but Shane Dundas and David Collins are very talented actors, and they're really funny. I mean, one of my favorite episodes would have to be the farm one with the whole utter chaos thing. That was pretty funny. I mean, there's only 13 episodes. You got the movie theater one, barbershop one, art museum one, pet shop one, camping one, picnic one, airport one. Trying to think more. Marching band one, ice cream truck, farm, mini golf. Frick. I just named 11 episodes. I'm trying to think of more here. I can't really think of the other two right now, but there you go. There's 11 of the episodes you guys can check out.
So, yeah, I know I did forget some, so I'm going to rename all 13 here in order. So we have movie theater, barbershop, art museum, pet shop, camping, picnic, airport, beach, marching band, birthday party, farm, ice cream truck, and mini golf. And yeah, basically the same reason I think of a show now is the same one for Apple and Onion, so I don't think I need to say it here.
You can find out the other two, but yes. They live in this house. You have this blonde woman who goes by the name of Mrs. Foyle, and you have this puppet guy who is pretty funny. And the most cutest part on the show is, of course, the schmuzzies. I think that's how you kind of title them, yes. And of course, you got these weird puppets. I don't want to name them right now because you can just check out my review of the show. So there you go. Number one, The Upside Down Show. Really okay show, and it's my second favorite Noggin show of all time, next to Blue's Clues, which is number one. Now you guys are probably thinking, but where's Drake and Josh?
So this one is, I guess you could say, is an honorable mention. I'm not going to say what I think of this show now, because I think my past self would just explain it perfectly, so let's listen.
Yeah. If you've seen my favorite show list, I've actually placed that as a good show now, so when you hear me say, okay, this show's alright, in the salute video, just pretend I said, oh yes, this show rocks.
Unfortunately, though, I can't, change it now, in which I have actually put back in the original title of me saying Crayor Salutes number 2, Drake and Josh, but I put in outdated because I think the show is good now.
Okay, so that's it for this video. Stay tuned for those other two lists coming soon. I'll promise you they are shorter than this one. This is going up to 18 friggin' minutes. I wanted this to last 11, but that failed miserably. But you got another list from me, so that's something, right? Yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you go hit that subscribe button and share this video with your friends. Like this video. I don't care if I get a dislike anymore. But if you want to dislike me, stupid, I don't care.
No, don't say that. That would really warrant you to get a dislike. Don't call people stupid. That's not right.
That's your problem, not mine. So, that's it. Peace out. Have a good day, fellas. Bye-bye.
And that, my friends, was the top 10 shows I find okay. I really hope many people are understanding the mention about the character earlier. I know most people are probably going to ignore me and be like, oh yeah, this guy's just lying. I'm not lying. That's the truth. That's the truth. I was only doing this just to support one of my best friends that I was missing sadly when the pandemic was still around. But my past self was just too stupid and like what's the word? Oh, embarrassed to actually really say why I did so. So yeah. Now we're gonna go over to this one. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes, go through this. I'm gonna go through that, and then I guess that would be it. I don't think I'll have to go through any schedules because let's be real. I've already done a 40-minute video already. It's not really needed here this time. Favorite okay show? I don't know. That's actually hard to say now. Oh my gosh, we all know that Buddy movie is horror. How many times do we have to tell you we do not like horror? Can you just get it through your thick skull that we are not gonna like it? Like, for crying out loud, Bubba said it like a million times. Listen to him. Movie marathon for 2 weeks. Okay, I'll do that at the end, but that would be the last thing I do. And I'm glad you said 2 weeks because, as I mentioned to you earlier, my TV can only go up to 2 weeks. It can't do 3. I would love for it to do 3, but apparently it just does 2 weeks in a row, which actually sucks. Hey, considering the fact it's just movies, maybe it would go a little quicker. Alright, that's cool. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting one. So it's just list videos this time. I mean, I've done 10 commentaries on rants and salutes, so it makes total sense to move on to these. Oh my gosh, yes, I've heard of that, and I'm not going to get it, obviously, because I hate Paw Patrol. Eustace, would you mind taking over for a little bit? Sure thing, buddy. Why is Burger King having those stupid dogs in their meal? Are they brain dead or something? Thanks, man. Okay, since no one else is saying anything, I'm gonna get started. I'm really happy YouTube's not doing that BS like how it did last time. So, as a request from Bubba, I'm gonna do another commentary on my video called My Top 5 Favorite Preschool Shows. Yeah, and I don't think much of my opinions have really changed much here. So, yeah, let's just get going because I don't really want to spend too much time with this. Maybe spend a good 20 minutes and then do a quick schedule and then we'll end. All right, because I want to end this immediately at noon. I don't want to stay past noon because I got things to do. So let's get going.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that last list. It took me a while to make. So here's another list. Here's my list for the top 5 preschool shows. You should already know my top 5 already. But I still want to share them with you guys because why not? So let's just go ahead and get this going. I don't have a list with me this time because I remember these 5 shows by heart. So let's get this started.
Oh, look, it's Puck Time's brother. Hello.
Number 5, I have Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Oh, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I'm gonna stop. Okay, so this show, you should already know. This show involves a nice fellow named Mr. Rogers. He's basically showing you around his place and teaching you life lessons. Yes, even though this was actually a preschool show that appeared on PBS Kids, but let me be honest with you, I didn't watch it that much. I didn't really watch it at all as a kid. And the other shows, I'll probably tell you if I watched them a lot as a kid or not. Well, let's move on. So yeah, you have Mr. Rogers. It's basically showing us things and stuff, teaching us life lessons. Now back to what I was going to say. Even though this was a show that appeared on PBS Kids, some of the lessons Mr. Rogers teach you are actually really helpful in life. Like, he did teach about like sharing, caring, like music, art, pets, all that stuff. Something that even adults would know. Because I'm pretty sure there are some adults out there that actually watch Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, there actually could be like a majority of adults actually talk about the show and they have made documentaries out of it. So yeah, that's actually true.
I'm one of them. And lucky for me, it's still airing on PBS Kids. Yeah, it only airs on Saturday and Sunday morning, but hey, that's better than nothing. At least it's better than just forgetting about it entirely. I mean, how can you forget about Mr. Rogers? It's one of the most like classic preschool shows in the entire world. I would say Sesame Street, but I hate Sesame Street. It sucks. It needs to get canceled right now.
In which I doubt it will because it's so freaking popular.
Okay, so, and although this show is pretty okay, the puppets, like the king and queen and all of that stuff, the land of make believe, I did not like that. Yeah, they're just weird. It feels like we're smoking something. Really?
That cutoff was so terrible. But I don't care. I like it. Mr. Rogers is better than Jane Tiger. I agree. I freaking agree with you big time.
Yeah. So, in conclusion, Mr. Rogers is just a great show, and unfortunately, he passed away. Rest in peace, Fred Rogers. And I'll talk about this guy again, but let's just move on to the next number. Number 4.
In which I actually forgot to mention here, but Blue's Clues actually made an episode to honor or remember the passing of Mr. Rogers. The episode title is Our Neighborhood Festival, in which I'm honestly surprised they were able to make an episode just to remember or honor Mr. Rogers. Like, as you guys don't know, Angela C. Santamiro was actually the writer for Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, and she remembers and grew up with Mr. Rogers. And even Steve himself knew about him too, because many people would actually say that Steve Burns is like the 2000s version of Mr. Rogers, which actually makes sense. It makes sense. Like, Steve, he's not talking down to kids, he's actually teaching them life lessons, so I think it makes perfect sense. So I would still put Mr. Rogers at number 5. I don't think he's the best preschool show ever. Obviously not. It's not the best. I would say it's an okay. It's still an okay series. It's better than all the other crud on PBS, except for Thomas the Tank Engine. But yeah, I guess you could say it's my second favorite. But actually, Bill Nye is my second favorite because it's. I honestly don't know what network to call it. Maybe some people say it's PBS Kids. Some people say it's Disney. Some people say it's MeTV because I have seen it on MeTV that one time. So I don't know what the proper network it is. Maybe it is PBS, but I'm just gonna say it's my second favorite PBS Kids show. It's not gonna be on this list because I don't think Bill Nye is just for preschoolers. I think it's also for kids as well. So yeah, bottom line, Mr. Rogers is alright, and I still agree with what my past self says here. Let's move on.
I have Blue's Clues and You. Now I know what you're thinking. But, this is not a show from your childhood. It just came out, like, 2019.
Oh yeah, it was on Noggin too. I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah. So wait, so if it was on a channel that was originally meant for older kids, maybe it's not a preschool show then.
Yeah. But even I know what you're thinking. But, this is not a show from your childhood. It just came out, like, 2019. Yeah. But even if it did come out in 2019, this is still a good addition to the original. I mean, you still have the same characters. Like, you have Blue, Josh, who is now the new host, and you have the other characters, Mailbox, Slippery, Tiggity, Side Table, etc. They're basically in these 3D animation designs, and they're still cool. I'll still give the show credit. It's really, I wouldn't say it's really good. It's just pretty good. And I know why this is, probably know why this is higher than Mr. Rogers. Well, yeah, although I do think it is alright, but, you know, Mr. Rogers is cool, but, you know, some of the episodes can be kind of boring at times. Like, I know it's supposed to be calm, but really, it can be slightly boring. Just slightly. I'm not saying by a lot. But let's get back to here. There's really not much to talk about this show because, you know, I already did in my top 20 favorite shows video. So go check that out. But for now, I'm just going to say Blue's Clues and You is a pretty good preschool show that you should definitely show your toddlers when you grow up and decide to have kids. I don't know. But yeah. Moving on.
So, Blue's Clues and You, I actually won't say it's that good. I mean, yes, coming out of a guy that really loves Blue's Clues when he was younger and still to this day, I don't really think the show is that good. Like, it's okay. Like, the first few seasons were fine, but when they kept adding in new characters like that blind bunny and that hippo that's supposed to be like Miss Marigold, I felt like that kind of ruined the show a little bit. Like, I remember Cole said that the first couple seasons were good, but later on, when they started adding in like bad elements, like ridiculous elements to it, it just ruined it. And I understand it's supposed to be for kids, but like, come on, it kind of ruined the show a little bit, don't you think? I'm not saying it's a bad reboot. Like, they still captured the original like charm Blue's Clues. Like Blue is still the same, even though she's in CGI, and she still sounds the exact same, which makes sense. Tracy Page Johnson was still voicing Blue around the time, so it makes total sense how Blue would still do the whole bow 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 thing in modern day. So yeah, like for some reason when the reboot first came out, I thought Blue was gonna sound a little different, but no. No, she still sounds the exact same as she did in the late 90s, which is pretty nice. But the show itself nowadays, I think it's just okay. If I were to make the list now, I think I would probably put it behind Mr. Rogers. But yeah, like so it would be number 5, Mr. Rogers would be number 4. So yeah. I was also wondering why they haven't put in Green Puppy in the show. Like, was he too evil or something? Did he think he would scare kids? Did they think that his CGI design would scare kids? I don't know. But yeah, that was kind of a weird touch they did there. Like, they added in Magenta and Periwinkle, but they didn't do it with Green Puppy. It was just kind of weird. But overall, the show is all right to me. It's not bad. It's certainly better than all the other Nick Jr. shows like Paw Patrol, Bubble Guppies, Rubble and Crew, Peppa Pig, freaking Dora, that god awful CGI spin off or reboot. It's certainly better than those. So basically, it's my favorite Nick Jr. show in modern day. But it's still not good enough for me to say it's a great show. So yeah, let's move on.
Number 3. Great. We have this show again. Baby Looney Tunes.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's almost like I mistakenly just made these videos just to include Baby Looney Tunes and talk about you know who again. Yeah, don't think of it like that. I just figured, like, why not just like make these videos and lists just because, in which this one in the okay list was fine, but the top 5 things I miss about school, which is now private for good reasons, was just ridiculous. Like, okay, so I only did it like that because I wanted to prove to you guys that that was the main reason why I liked Lola from back then. Once again, it's not because it was for that reason. It's because I want to think about my friends. All right, is there really a problem with me thinking about my friends? Like, come on. Like, I have had Aaron in a few of my videos, earlier videos from back then. So like I don't think there's a big problem with that. Uh, honestly, that is a good point, but here's the thing. I guess from back then and now, I guess you could say it, I have very mixed opinions on the show. Sometimes I'd say it's okay, sometimes I say it's good, sometimes I say it's like kind of no, not kind of bad. I don't know. I just have mixed opinions on the show for some odd reason. But this, well, here's the thing though. I do think Baby Looney Tunes is better than Blue's Clues and You and Mr. Rogers, but I mean, it's not like in the top two or anything, so I think it still makes sense. Yeah, I just said it's better than those other two shows I mentioned, so I guess it makes a little bit of sense if you say that. So yeah, let's just keep going.
Now, I know you guys are probably thinking, but, it's Looney Tunes. But how is it supposed to be for little kids? I don't understand. Looney Tunes is for everyone. Yeah, the original is for everyone, but the baby version is only for toddlers.
Like I mentioned in my other stream, the stream from last month, I mentioned that adults could watch it. Like, uh, Cartoon Network and Boomerang is trying to target towards adults, but yet they have Baby Looney Tunes. So I'm really starting to wonder if adults watch the show too. So not just little kids. Like, like, like seriously, I know a couple of you guys down there who could be adults and could be watching the show. So come on, please tell me I'm not wrong on that.
But for some reason, I think this is a girl show. You guys should already know why.
Okay, so I want to point this out before my past self starts talking about this garbage again. Just because Lola appears in every single episode and just because she gets a whole bunch of screen time doesn't make this show just for girls. That doesn't make any sense at all. Well, I guess with the Powerpuff Girls, sure, because Blossom, Bubbles, and Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup appear in every episode and they kind of get a lot of screen time, but I mean, if you like action and it does, even if you're a boy or girl, you can still like it. Like, I don't think Craig McCracken would just target towards girls. I just said it's not a girl show. Come on, dude. Don't you ever listen? Now you're hidden. Bye-bye. Anyways, yeah, you should understand my point. Just because a girl appears in a majority of the episodes and gets lots of screen time doesn't make it a girl show immediately. That's like saying Courage the Cowardly Dog is a girl show because Muriel gets lots of time. That makes zero sense. Now we're back to this again. Guys, I would really love to show this, but freaking thing going on. Okay, so I can't. So you're gonna have to deal with it.
This thing right here, this friggin' bunny thing right here gets so much screen time. Like, really? I know they show other characters too, but this thing just gets so much screen time, it's not even funny.
In which I do think... Yeah, exactly, Dylan. Exactly. You get it, unlike that dork I just hidden. Get lost, Bella. Yeah, so... Oh, this is what I wanted to mention. I don't know if you guys have seen this next episode I'm going to mention, but Baby Looney Tunes actually had a 1-hour Easter special. And in my opinion, I think, like, at least for the TV version, for the third part, the third 10-minute part, I feel like Lola actually does get a lot of screen time in that movie. So I'm not saying that movie's for girls. No. No. But I'm sure my past self would have said that because of how dumb I was back then. But no, that is completely false. But, you know, I know the creator's trying to make the characters get equal amount of screen time, but for me, I just feel like Lola gets a little bit too much. I don't know. It's like ever since I rewatched the show in like mid 2020, I felt like that happened. But what do you expect? I haven't seen the show for like 15 years prior to that date, so I think it makes total. So yeah, it makes total sense. Yeah, you're right on that.
And you'll probably you're probably thinking why I think an okay show is higher than a good show. Well,
Oh, there you go, Bubba. There you go. Listen to what my past self said here. Hang on.
this thing just gets so much screen time, it's not even funny. And you're probably thinking why I think an okay show is higher than a good show. Well, let's just be real here. I'm starting to lose a little bit of interest in Blue's Clues and You, but not by a lot.
So even back then. Okay, Nero, stop. All right, enough. So yeah, even back then, I would say I was losing a little interest in Blue's Clues and You, but obviously not by a lot. But now it's kind of going down by a lot.
So, yeah, I'm losing a little bit of interest. Not much. Maybe by at least, 10%? Yeah, but it's still a good show. Back on topic here. Do I really need to explain to you what this show's about? I mean, you should already know. I told you like 2 times. But in case you're watching this video first, I'll still tell you. It's about 6 babies. They go on adventures. They, suck in their bottles and stuff. They
No, they do not. No, they do not. Just because they're characters doesn't mean that they do some of the things that real babies would. Like, come on.
Go into random places. And Sam Vincent, who voiced Double D from Ed, Edd n Eddy, and also a friggin' stupid anime called Martin Mystery. Like, seriously? It kind of sucks when I'm watching that show. Martin sounds nothing like Double D. Like, come on. Sam, Tom Kenny did, like, all of his expressions kind of like SpongeBob. Why can't you do your expressions like Double D? Seriously? Bruh, you can do better. But I still like it. I mean, hearing Daffy's voice in the show, it kind of sounds like Double D a little bit. Tweety and Bugs, not much, no. But, anyways, just to wrap this up, Baby Looney Tunes is just pretty good. I'm starting to like it a little bit more, but not really because it's just a short series. It only has 2 seasons with 50 episodes. If you just count them by 11 minutes, there's 100 episodes. The show only had 1 special, which is the Easter one. And oh my gosh, Lola gets so much screen time in that special.
Honestly, I really want to see someone actually make a video like that. You guys know how some people would say, let's say something like Ed, Edd n Eddy in Wish You Were Ed, but only when Rolf is on screen. I want someone to actually make a video called Baby Looney Tunes' Easter Egg Extraordinary Adventure movie. The DVD version, not the TV version, but only when Lola is on screen. Like, if I see that there's like 15 or 20 minutes of just her on the screen, I'm going to be very surprised. I know it would be a pain to do so because copyright sucks big time, but at least try it. I think it would be nice. No, it's not on Tubi. I checked. It's not there.
Oh my gosh. I mean, like I said in my review of it, if you guys look back at an episode, you can already tell that she gets so much screen time. But certain episodes, like Pastime for that pig thing.
Wow, I actually didn't think I would talk about the show so long here, but okay. And see, guys, it's not just about Lola, so please, no more freaking hate.
I'm not gonna say her name. And Daffy did it. She actually didn't get a lot of screen time. And in the first episode, even Taz in Toyland, she didn't get a lot of screen time either. She was only shown the beginning, and that's it. But even if she's only gotten like 5% of screen time in the episode, that still counts her being in the episode. So.
Actually, I did look back at the episode, and she did have a line. After when Bugs said, "Wow, there's lots of toys in there," she was like, "Maybe one day we get to see it." So she only had 1 line in the episode. Wow. And another episode where she appears and just disappears is in the episode of like what I said in here, in the beginning where she and Daffy were like playing with like beads or something, and then once Daffy was upset, Lola pretty much just went off screen and didn't appear for the rest of the episode. Yeah, so I don't know why these certain shows would do that. You would have a random character appear, and then like after like a minute or so, bye-bye. The character goes away and doesn't come back. It's like they officially disappear. Another episode is like in the SpongeBob Christmas Who episode where Sandy appears in the beginning and she doesn't come back for the rest of the episode. Like, that's so weird. They don't even explain why they don't appear again. Like, I don't understand that.
Technically, she's in every single episode, but in 2 episodes, she doesn't get a speaking role, which I find kind of BS. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for here. Number 3, this show. Now you should.
Yeah, will you please stop with Rosemary's Baby? That movie sucks. Okay, so interestingly enough, the only episode where Lola doesn't have a speaking role at all is in the episode Daffy Did It, in which that's actually my least favorite episode in the whole show because of that reason alone. She appears in the episode, but she doesn't say anything. She just laughs at the end. That was it. So, yeah. Also, man, I was just forgetting about what stuff I would say there, but yeah, all jokes aside, you already know my opinion on the show, so we're just gonna move on.
Already know what my top 2 favorite shows are, so let's not beat around the bush.
And there's only like 2.5-ish more minutes in here, so obviously it shouldn't take so long. Great, because we're kind of running low on time here. Kinda. We got another like 16.5 more minutes, so we're good.
Number 2, Blue's Clues.
I had to do the hand thing. Perfect.
Now, you should already know what my top 2 favorite shows are, so let's not beat around the bush. Number 2, Blue's Clues. The original Blue's Clues, not Blue's Clues and You. That was number 4. So, you should already know what this show is about. A man and a dog, they go around, find clues, do mail time, and all that stuff. Everyone should know what the show is about. And if you don't know what the show is, what the frick is wrong with you? Get out of this video, go on, like, grab one of your Blue's Clues DVDs, or if you don't have one, go on cartoonsonline.law, search up an episode and watch it. It's a great show, seriously.
In which I don't think that website's around anymore. Well, we don't even need to watch these shows on the website because, well, obviously we have streaming, so, we have Paramount Plus and Prime Video and Tubi, so I think that's very unnecessary now. Unless you don't have the money, I guess you could watch it online, but this is for the people that have those types of streaming services.
Also, another thing I need to mention about the show is the fact that they actually made an episode to honor Mr. Rogers' sad passing.
Oh, so I did mention it, but of course it was around the original, which actually makes sense. Okay.
Yes. An episode of the show, starring Joe, of course, the Our Neighborhood Festival.
That was such a terrible cut. What was I thinking back then?
And I honestly didn't know that was supposed to be honoring Mr. Rogers because I didn't watch the show as a kid, so I didn't really know. But to see it nowadays, it's kind of cool. This show is at number 2 because, well, there's another show I find better, but that doesn't make the show bad. So yeah, number 2, Blue's Clues, pretty good show.
Oh yeah, you should already know what my number 1 is. I'm not gonna say it here, and please, for the love of God, don't spoil it in the chat. So let's get to it. And yes, you should already know my opinions on Blue's Clues. I'm not gonna mention it here.
Now for number 1, you guys should already know what my number 1 favorite show is. I mean, you guys should already know what my number 1 favorite preschool show is. Technically, it's favorite show too, for now. Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends.
Now, fun fact, this was actually, at the time, Drew Thomas's, icon. And I actually told him that I would use the icon. Oh, frick. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Another stupid bill collector. Anyways, yeah, so this was actually Drew Thomas's icon at the time, and I actually told him that I actually used his icon in his in my recent vid, in which he hearted the comment, so obviously he looked at it. I pretty much only used the picture just for that reason alone. Like, I could have used the standard one with Thomas, Percy, and James, and then put the Thomas and Friends icon cloud icon in the on the bottom. But no, I guess I decided to change it up and use this, in which it's not a bad picture. At least it's still from the model series, but still, it's kind of unusual. And this is the one and only time I used it too.
Yep, that's right. I got really nothing much to say about this, plus I need to end this video. So, all I'm going to say is that Thomas is just a great show and all that stuff. He goes around Sodor playing with his friends with freight cars and stuff. And I only count this as number 1 just for the model series. I freaking hate the CGI series so much. That can just die in a ditch.
Okay, I don't like the CGI series still, but that's just too far.
But the model series is just memories. So that's all I'm going to say.
Okay, enough. I'm just going to say this once, but all you horror fans, stay off. Don't come back.
And the songs are good too. So yeah, number 1, Thomas the Tank Engine. Everyone should know that by heart. So there you go.
Yeah, so you already should still know my opinions. Based on what I said back then, 5 years ago actually, my opinions still hold up. It's still the exact same.
There's my top 5 favorite preschool shows. Now, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with your friends. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out, and stay tuned for that next list coming up.
In which, again, it's deleted because of personal reasons. Jeez, horror fans attacking our opinions. What a surprise. Exactly. Like, can these people just go away? Now I know how Do Not feels with the whole Smash Bandicoot and frickin' Vincent always trolling him. Like, stop. See, guys, I bring up Filthy Frank a lot for a reason. Like, his meme with him being in a mess and then him saying it's time to stop is so frickin' real. Like, can't these freaking idiots just stop? Jesus. Where is where is Filthy Frank when we need him? I wish Filthy Frank would just go up to these trolls and say, "Hey, it's time to stop. Stop now." No wonder some Wally fan blocked Pugtime. Wait, so some Wally fan blocked him? I thought one of his moderators did it. But it doesn't matter because he deserves it, because Pugtime basically bashes people's opinions, which is so frickin' wrong. But I don't know why these freaking idiots keep coming back. Like, go away. We're not going to like horror. And since you keep bashing our opinions on it, we're really not going to like it. So how about you just stop? Steven, please don't mention... Wait, what? Yeah, please don't mention that guy, please. Everything that he says gets me worried for some reason, so please, don't mention him. Yes. Wait, what video did he tell you that he did it? Because I want to look for it. And yes, I'm going to go through Disney as well, because we only got like 9 minutes left. So you mentioned Disney Channel for these next 2 weeks, so I'm just going to briefly go through this up until the end point for my TV, and then we'll see where we end up on. Stop. Just stop. Okay? No one cares. Oh, he told you on Discord. Okay. If you can, can you please take a screenshot of it and put it on your YouTube page? Because I want to see this. Okay, so I'm just gonna briefly go over this, and we'll see what we get here. And I rather you not mention me for the post. Just put down a picture. Just take a screenshot of it, and like, yeah, just do that. Just take a screenshot and send it. That's all you need to do. Wow, Disney Channel sucks. Hey, at least they care for their old shows, so give them some credit, will ya? Okay, I gotta point this out really quick. So you guys know how Lilo and Stitch the series does well on views, right? Well, they're actually showing it on Disney Channel, which is pretty crazy. They're doing better than Nick. See? Yes, they are. I agree with you. Like I said, at least they care for their old shows on like Nickelodeon. Oh my gosh, Steven, you really need to get better with your grammar, seriously. I understand you might have autism. I get it. That's understandable, but this bad grammar is just not acceptable. I mean, Bubba is autistic. He has good grammar. Dylan is autistic. He uses good grammar. So, how about take notes from them? Okay, when you say IPs, what does IP stand for? I actually don't know what that means. If Disney Channel and Cartoon Network can care for their old shows, why can't Nick? Exactly! And get this, Disney Channel is actually targeting towards kids, and yet they're using their old shows. Shut up, VHS blocker. I think it means franchises. IP franchise? Then why can't it be like FC? It would make a little more sense. Wow, Dylan, you are right. We are getting a whole lot of people misbehaving in this chat, and the majority of people are people that are bashing our opinions on horror. It's like, come on. Intellectual property? Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I remembered what you told me earlier, Bubba. Bubba, you want me to do some Chowder impressions? So I'm gonna do some impressions while I'm still looking at this here. Hey, Mung, can we go out and play? No, Chowder, you gotta stay here and work because that's your job. But Schnitzel gets to play. Well, Schnitzel is an adult, isn't that right, Schnitzel? Rada rada. But come on, Mung, let me go outside and play with my friends. No way, Chowder, you are too young for that stuff. No, I'm not. I'm the perfect age. Oh, well, okay, tell you what. Work with me for 10 hours, then you can go out. Really? For only 5 minutes. Come on. Rada, 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 rada. See, Schnitzel's right. He's an adult, but he's not complaining because he doesn't want to play outside. He's not like a kid. He's not a kid like me. Hey, what's with all this racket? Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go away now. Why is there a racket in here? Never mind. This is no time to be making indirect jokes. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, Dylan, please don't mention that guy again. That dude is nothing but a lowlife. I hate that guy so much. Hey, what's up? I'm a big fat man. I hate X-Men because I'm an idiot. I want to stomp on him so bad. Yeah, I agree. I'm Andy Keyshore, and I'm gonna help you step on him. Thanks, Andy. I love you, dude. Let's make out. Okay, let's make out. Oh my god, it's so bad. But then again, that's what people are saying. Like, oh gosh. I know you don't watch that much SpongeBob, but what is your favorite Patch of the Pirate segment? That's actually a pretty good question. I guess I would say it's either the You-ish one, the original version, or the Lost Episode one. I guess let's say Lost Episode because he actually goes on an adventure and it takes up like a good 7 minutes of the episode. Steven, how can you do impressions? We can't even hear your voice. That doesn't make sense. My favorite is either the Lost Episode or the BS one. BS. Don't you mean BC? Okay, I gotta keep going. It's almost at the end, so when it hits the no info available, I'm gonna stop right there. Can you do an impression of Patchy and Potty? I could try. Hey, kids, it's me, Patchy the Pirate. Squawk! And I'm Potty the Parrot. I sound like that teacher from Jimmy Neutron, Brack. Of course you do. Anyways, we're gonna watch one of my favorite cartoons. SpongeBob? No, you silly parrot. SpongeBob sucks now. I'm into Ed, Edd n Eddy. You know, the show where 3 kids find jawbreakers and money and stuff. Rock, but that's not Nickelodeon. That's Cartoon Network. Who cares? Screw SpongeBob. I love Ed, Edd n Eddy now. Rock, oh well, back to my normal routine. God. Oh, never mind. Wait. No, the movie thing continues. I thought it was unconfirmed information for a second. Interesting. But it looks like... Wait. Why was I going to say it looks like it's done from here? The whole summer thing. Yeah, there we go. So that's the end. Okay, well, that's enough of that. That made me laugh, yeah. I know it doesn't make any sense, but I'm trying to, like what my past self says, entertain you as much as possible. Okay, so it's almost the end of the stream. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining. I know it has to end kind of abruptly, but like I said, I have some things to do. So type your last few because your last few comments, because in the next half minute I'll be closing. Wow, 16 likes. Wait, okay, before I close, I gotta talk about the top 4 thing that I did. You know, the list that question I asked you a couple of days ago. So when I asked you guys oh my gosh, stop it. Shut up. No one cares. Anyways, when I asked you guys which is better for my top 4 between Thomas and Friends, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Baby Looney Tunes, and Blue's Clues, I was actually expecting for it to be like Ed, Edd n Eddy to be first, then Thomas, then Blue's Clues, then Baby Looney Tunes. I was expecting a majority of people to say Ed, Edd n Eddy and like give Thomas and Blue's Clues a few votes and Baby Looney Tunes like little to no votes. But to my surprise, I was wrong. So Ed, Edd n Eddy was first for a majority of the time, but for some odd reason, Baby Looney Tunes was getting a lot of votes, and it actually surpassed Ed, Edd n Eddy. And when I saw that, I was shocked. Like, you can even see my pinned comment of me saying, Ed, Edd n Eddy got dethroned? Yeah, that was literally my reaction, but yeah, bottom line, I just thought it was unexpected. Like, I was not expecting Baby Looney Tunes to get that much votes. And considering the fact that it has over 100 votes, are the voters kids? Or did they just see Looney Tunes and they just said, oh, we're doing Looney Tunes? But come on, I put down Baby Looney Tunes for a reason. I put the show's icon down for a reason, just so you guys won't get confused, and so I can try something new out. Why does Blue's Clues get no votes? It's a childhood favorite. It got some votes. Boomhauer is funnier than Quagmire. Yeah, he is. He actually is, yeah. GSN is actually bringing new Jeopardy material instead of the same rotation over and over. Yeah, I noticed that because they are showing the Alex Trebek episodes. I kind of want to do something similar to what you did. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that you would, but I don't think you should say the same thing I did. Like, I said, since I did this in another social media post, which one of my top 4 do you like the most slash better? In which, really quickly, before I close this out, Bubba, what is your top 4 favorite shows of all time? Or at least nowadays? After I find this out, we're going to have to close, guys, because, again, I got things to do. Okay, so that's one of them. I'm going to guess Darkwing Duck, Garfield and Friends, and SpongeBob. Or I would be surprised if you put down Blue's Clues instead of SpongeBob, but then again, it's just your opinion. Yeah, I can understand that you have to do housework. It's actually not housework. I actually have to go and do something, but I'm not going to say it here because it's personal business. Yeah, don't put down Darkwing Duck twice because that'll get your viewers confused. Okay, so that's 3. You have one more slot. Okay, so it's all, with the exception of Garfield and Friends, it's Disney stuff. So you got New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Darkwing Duck, Garfield and Friends, and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. So personally, what I would pick is Garfield and Friends, because like I said, even though I'm not a big fan of it, comparing to those other 3 shows, I do think it's the best. Maybe Mickey Mouse Clubhouse will come in second. Okay, I'm gonna wait another, I was gonna say minute, but YouTube's probably not gonna keep all this. I'll just wait another minute anyway. So just one more minute, then I'm closing. I'm really happy YouTube didn't do that whole chat thing, like chat error. Oh my god, that was scary. Even more scary than those stupid guys bashing us over horror. Oh, looks like he actually understands his grammar. Okay, thank you. At least you're actually understanding. Okay, so it's nearly over, so I like to thank you guys for joining, but I really got to get going, get myself prepared, and do whatever I need to do. So, yeah. I know it was weird how I did a stream later last month and then one early this month, but I have a lot of things going on starting around mid-month. So maybe on next month, I could do a stream on a weekend day, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes. So, again, thank you guys for joining, and have a good day. All right. Peace out, guys.